Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Ish. Today we are going to discuss about how to create an epic content for your website. A content plays a very important role in the promotion. So whenever a user is visiting to your website, they are going to engage or they are going to revert back from your website. It totally depends upon the content you provided in front of them. So the power of content, you can take the power of content to promote your product, to educate your audience, and you can insist them why you need to buy the product and what are the problems they are facing, how the product could recover their problems. You can use the power of content to convert the visitor. So today in this video, I'm going to tell you a 5 content ideas to build an epic content for your website. Let's check into the video. If you are new to my website, please consider subscribing to my channel. And the first one is you can create article based upon statistics and figures. Okay, where can I get the statistics and figures for my article? You can follow your niche related news website. If my industry is digital marketing, then I can get news, Google News from Google websites, Google Webmaster to Google Webmaster and Google Web Developers like that. So follow your niche related news websites. And also you can gather the data what you need from government websites too. For example, here this article is based upon statistics and figures. 54 SEO statistics that will impact your business in 2020. Here you could see the general SEO statistics they have given and local SEO statistics and mobile SEO trends and social media SEO statistics, and the content is going on. By creating such a great epic content like this, you are educating your audience, you are engaging your audience, and you are providing valuable content for them, and you are proving your authoritativeness over the content. And not only this, you are creating a pillar page for your website, and you can build a topic clusters and you can interlink the pillar page with topic clusters, and by this way you are taking the advantage of interlinking and improving the chances of this page to rank on search engines. And the next thing is you can create articles based on case studies. But before you are going to use the case studies in your article, you want to get the approval from your client. You have to intimate them, we are using your data for our website. So you have to get the approval and you have to select which project you are going to research, do the case studies. So you can draft the case study content like what are the challenges you are facing, your your customer faced initially, and what are the strategy you have recommended and implemented in the project, and what time frame you have achieved on the project, and what is the result, the goal, and how you achieved it, and you can give a takeaway. Like this you can structure your case study articles. By using the case study articles on your website, it helps to tell your audience like storytelling, and it is also a social proof that you have worked for your client and the client is satisfied with the result and you are sharing with your audience. And another thing is, if your visitor it is in decision state, then the case study is definitely help to convert them into the customer. You can use case studies as similar to portfolio section in your website. You don't need to add a separate blog post for case studies. You can keep case studies as a separate option for your website, and you can include only the case studies in them. Likewise, this helps your visitors to turn into a customer. And the third type of content is surveys and polls. You can create articles based on surveys and polls. Okay, where can I do the surveys and polls? If you are using a social media strategy, you can include polls on your campaign and do polls and get the polls from your visitors. You can do it on social media groups, any groups, or on your own Facebook pages or LinkedIn pages, anything, or on your own website. If your customer is successfully completing a form, and after clicking on the submit button, you can just give a form for filling the surveys. What position you are in. For example, you can ask them how our product is helping you, what are your expectations, like that. By creating the surveys and polls, you can understand your audience. You can understand what are their needs. You can understand their pain points. But you can understand what are the challenges they are facing. What are the needs? You can provide solution for all these things. So for these things, you have to create a questions for your audience, and you want to take uh, surveys and polls in regular basis. Then you can understand your audience better. So by creating such type of content, you can segment your audience. This helps to segment your audience. You can ask what position you are in your industries. They may be in executive level, or they may be a owner of your website, and based on this you can segment your audience, and next time you can provide content based on the audience industries. And by creating the surveys and polls, you are creating a data for your brand, and making an article, it's definitely will help you to fix your audience needs. And the fourth type of content idea is creating blog posts based on interviews. You can interview experts or influencer in your niche. You can build the network. You can create a potential interviewer list. Okay, how can I find the expert or influencer in my niche? You can follow a top hashtags in your niche, or you can find a popular YouTube channel on your niche, or you can find a top LinkedIn publisher on your niche, or even if you have lot of followers on your social media profile, and you can get a suggestion from your audience. By doing interviews, be careful. Select an expert or influencer in your niche that going to help your audience, which going to help your audience. So the posts like interviews or the audience love almost, and even it has chances of going viral. So select the interviewee who are going to interview, and select the questions and reach them and build a network with them. And the last thing is creating practical guide type of content. By doing creating a practical guide, the article length is usually above 3000 words, and it has deep insight about the topic. People usually look for practical guides and PDF related stuff. So this will highly attracts the visitors to your website and establish authoritative over the content on your website. And the last thing is the people, it has high conversion rate. The people will definitely download your practical guide, and the goal will easily accomplish. So by this way, creating epic content, it helps to adds value to your website. It helps to attracts the visitor to your website, and it helps to convert your visitor into customer, and even it helps the chances of visitor to sharing your content through other social media channels, and you are gaining a valuable backlinks for your website, and it helps the process of link building process too. So I hope you learn new things from this video, and if you find it useful, please share, like, comments, and subscribe to my channel, and see you on another useful video. Until then, this is Ish.